You spoke of not giving a lot of importance to the body because, after all, we are not the body and we are consciousness. What would you say in cases of maybe homosexuality, wherein society has laid its own conditions, the body is giving its own directions, and in this case, probably the direction of the body would be my own direction, like would be my own decision. How do you think?
I'm not talking of not giving importance to the body. What I'm saying is know what the body is, and that knowledge will tell you how important the body is. Right? You cannot wish away your neighbor, can you? And the body is a lifelong neighbor. We are born wedded to the body. The body is a lifelong spouse. You are born with this spouse. So it's impossible to not to give importance to it. But you must know exactly how important. And in which case, in what fields, in which direction. If I'm sweating on my forehead, it would be not really an act of bravado or wisdom to say, oh, this is not me, so I'll not wipe it out. I would rather pick the towel and say, fine, be done with it, yaar, and continue with the discussion. The thing is about giving the body its right place, not letting it dominate your life. We are not talking of being cruel to the body. We are not talking of ignoring the body or being oblivious to its natural needs. You have to clean it, you have to feed it. And the human body is a very delicate thing compared to that of the animals. It requires a lot of maintenance. It has to be provided all that medical care. When it comes to what the society says and all that, on issues like homosexuality, you see, to whom is the society? Again, the society is to the body, right? The one who knows the right place of the body also knows the right place of the society. And if the society starts talking too much, you say, when I do not listen even to myself, how will I listen to you? Who the hell are you to lord over me? Right? But that does not mean that you quit listening to others and start following your own dictates. One has to be extremely careful here. This kind of pseudo-rebellion will not help. You see, what is the body? The body is an equipment that always looks at the outside. The body is looking at this. So even when you want to rebel, if your body identified, you will rebel against this. And outside of you is the society. So you can very well anoint yourself as a great rebel because you are violating the norms of the society, and you can feel very happy. I'm a great rebel. I'm going against the society. All right, you're going against society. But are you able to go against yourself? No. Because that knowledge, that realization, that insight you do not have. So especially as young people, we love to flout social norms. And in the process, we became slaves to ourselves. I say, I have a tendency to live my life this way. And if the society does not allow me, I'll not listen to the society. Fine, very fine. But what is worse? Having a master stand there outside of yourself, or having a master sit in here within yourself? What's worse? Please tell me. A fellow with dubious intentions and a gun. Where do you want him? Outside your door or inside your door? That's what. Young people love to rebel against the one outside the door. But if the one outside the door manages to sneak in and starts posturing as an insider to the house, a family member, then we say, welcome, welcome. You are me. I'll follow what you say. I'll have no eyes to see that this that I'm calling as within, this that I'm calling as myself, is actually something alien, foreign, embedded inside my system. It is not me. It is the outside masquerading as the inside. That we do not know. So a lot of these new age issues, I think, have to be seen in that light. You talk of freedoms to live your life the way you want to. My question is, what is this you? You say, my life, my choice. Well said. Perfectly agreeable. But what do you mean by my? What do you mean by my? I read somewhere, when it comes to sexual orientations, there was this demand that the society, by way of its education system, is imposing heterosexuality on kids. They said, you see, all the stories that you feed your kids are about a man and a woman. So the kids are being artificially taught to be heterosexual. So what you need to do is that right from the age of 5 or something, you need to expose the kids to various alternate forms of sexuality. You need to tell the kid, you can make out with a girl or a boy or whatever, I do not know whether this is freedom. It is for you to think. When you say my life, my choice, what exactly does that mean? To choose, one has to know, right? Just after this, obviously, we have some refreshments served outside. There is sipitaka and toka toka. What would you like to have? What would you like to have? I don't know. But if you are given that choice, the two things are kept in front of you, sipitaka and toka toka. You would pick up one of them. Now, how would you make the choice? In absence of knowledge, how does the choice get made? What others are having, the one that has a more tempting aroma, the one that looks more like food porn. Right? Now that's how our choices are made in absence of self-knowledge. And then we say, well, this is my sexual orientation. How do you know? Do you know the body? Do you know what this thing called sex is? Is it just something physical? Or does it have a psychological, rather spiritual dimension to it? Do you know any of these? On the other side are those who are proudly calling themselves normal because they are heterosexual. What is normal? Even rapists are heterosexuals. Does that make them normal? What do you mean by the norm? Do you have to be healthy or do you have to be normal? There was COVID. In a family of 8, 7 are infected. Now, do you want to be healthy or normal? If you are normal, then you would be one of them. You would be the 8th one. You understand what norm means? What is norm? That which everyone is doing. The state that most people are in is the norm. Want to be normal? No, you want to be healthy. And then in this age of sickness, health is abnormal. Is it not? So just because you are doing something that everybody else does not make you some kind of winner. Homosexuality, heterosexuality, this, that. What is sex, first of all? No clarity. You get to a certain age, you start feeling a certain attraction, it's arising from the body and the social influences, and you're just carried away by the current. We'll talk of the normal kind and the alternate kind later on. First of all, do we understand the body? Do we understand who we are? Do we understand why this force called sex is so compelling? No. We just want to raise slogans on this side or that side of the divide. This was not the answer you wanted.